constantly moving.
In order to be off
solar panels.
You have to go. David Banner, Bruce David Banner.
Exactly.
In the Hulk show.
Yeah. Solemn walking around.
Totally. Like, boy, I sure like the electricity in that town.
But I like human interaction even more. I
should just get back to the grid.
Gotta get laid off the grid.
You know, the grid has made things really complicated. Imagine we would walk for long periods of time without talking.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm assuming we're together.
Somehow you left me.
See, now if we did this in the regular podcast,
What's going on?
people would say, what's with all that dead air? It sounds like they're miming walking. So anyway, this fucking hayseed like practically rapes this 12, 13 year old. And then, you know, starts giving her guff and shit about not fucking properly or at all.
Gotcha.
Then he abandons her and he starts taking up with the town strumpet and shit. And she chases her off with a stick. Where Ellen sees her in his Jeep and she grabs a stick and chases her off the trash and shit like that.
She's fiery.
Yeah, a little bit. She shows a little fucking sack at that point.
Gotcha.
And suddenly he's a little more interested. He's like, oh, perhaps I underestimated this 12-year-old.
Does he have a beard?
He doesn't, but that's what he would be doing. He then starts trying to talk her back into like, let's hook up again. And
Try it again.
Let's try it out, and then he's going to get a job in a coal mine, blah blah blah. But they move in together, become more of a couple, and then she has all these fucking kids because he won't stop fucking her. She learns to fuck.
Gotcha.
She never learns to cook. That's his big like beef. But so and then she gets into fucking. That's how they get away with it later in the movie. And again, she's telling her story. It's the coal miner's daughter. It's based on her autobiography. So presumably she's in on it. She, you know, it's weird. Like you said, like he's an anti-hero, and you're like, when do you like this fucking prick?
Yeah.
You know, but
so
she.
late.
Yeah, totally. It's like, when does he fucking turn it around? But she loved him, and so I guess that's we're supposed to find a movie that matters. So he listens to her sing to the kids all the time. She's always singing to the kids, and he likes her voice, and he's just like casually, he's just always talking about like, she's got pretty voice. You should do something, sing song, blah blah blah. And buys her a guitar, and she learns how to play the guitar and shit while she's playing vegetables and shit.
Is she like 15 or 16 by now?
At this point, I think she's just had a sweet 16 birthday party. I don't know. I think at that point
so we're in normal world now.
Yeah. They jump ahead a lot. I mean, clearly they're not going to spend, you know, they're not doing it in real time.
Gotcha.
Not a fucking miniseries. So they jump ahead a few years, and you know, so you don't get to see those horrible, awkward years where next time you check in.
Didn't we just see the horrible?
Yeah, but it had to get worse before it got better. Like the next time you check in on her, you know, she's fucking well. She's like, go ahead, Doolittle. You know,
Things have improved.
Things have really improved, and she's trying to fuck him. Like they show scenes in the movie where she's trying to fuck him.
Gotcha.
Like at one point they're on a road trip together and shit. And
she wants to do
she's
it.
rubbing him and shit, and then he pulls the car over, jumps in the back seat, and they fuck. And then they go to a convenience store and they don't have enough money to buy much food. They buy some like 10 cents worth of bologna or something.
Gotcha.
And then as she keeps going, she goes, it's always bologna, bologna, bologna. He's like, you know what they say about bologna? Makes you horny. And the chick behind the counter is like, hee, because it's like the 50s or something. And meanwhile, in my world, it would have been like, you know what they say about bologna? Makes you want to put your dick in someone's ass, right? And the chick behind the counter would be like, hee, she'd be like pressing the button.
So does the bologna make them horny?
Well, it leads into this moment. I don't know. I don't like bologna, so I've never investigated.
But in the context of the movie.
Well, I don't think so. I think he was just joking around.
Okay.
Or I think it was some sort of old adage in the South, in the deep South. Like, if you ever want to get horny, eat bologna. My bologna has a first name, is H-O-R-N-Y. So I don't know where he
famous Southern adage.
Bologna, Southern wisdom. Granddad on the foot.
Mark Twain said that.
I believe Samuel Clemens once said something. So they go to a radio station right after that because he's trying to, I'm jumping ahead in the story, trying to promote her as an artist and shit like that. They stop at a radio station, she starts talking, they get her into an interview situation on air because they start playing her album and shit.
So she has an album at this point?
Yeah, let me jump back, but let me just tell this part about the whole
album.
And so she's on, and I'm telling this story because she likes, the point is she learns to like to fuck. Because that's how it all gets to this. She's like, come fuck me in the back. She don't say it, but she says it with her eyes. She's rubbing his titties and shit. Tommy, and it's awesome. Tommy, and mind you, I'm seeing this movie as an 11-year-old, and it shapes who you become. Like, that to me was what a man did. Like, a woman puts her hand down your shirt, man fucking pulls over, puts it in a park, climbs over, and gets it done. Which I would never do that. No, I couldn't. And I could never live up to that ideal. So I was like, no, I'm going to be fat instead. And that's worked out. So they go get interviewed. She's interviewing on the radio and shit. And then she says, she's talking about, he's like, well, how do you feel driving across country and talking to people? So I like talking to people. Me and Dude, that's my husband. We be sitting there eating bologna sandwiches, and Dude, he gets horny. He starts acting horny, she goes, and the radio DJ, like fucking, his face goes on fire. You can't say horny. In polite company, you can't say it on the air, so she's just like talking, she don't know what horny is, she's dumb. Not dumb, she's ignorant, and that's the point, like, and they stress that throughout the movie.
She's ignorant?
Fire dark. Yeah, ignorant. Totally. Ignorance on display. It's more about, like, so you don't sit there going, what is she, fucking retarded?
She's naive.
Yeah, she's just ignorant. She doesn't know the ways of the world. So, her husband's out listening to the radio in the car and shit and hears her talking about it. And she's like, and then he says, Loretta, whip me up another bologna sandwiches. And he gets even hornier. And it's just, she's digging a deeper hole and shit like that. So, she liked to fuck eventually is my point. Anyway, back to the, there's this couple, he likes her singing the kids, gets her the guitar, she starts learning to play the guitar, and she starts...
Between bologna sandwiches.
Yes, this is before they go on the road, they're still at home and shit. And then he likes the way she sings so much, he's going to take her to a roadhouse. And he makes her get on stage to sing, and she does, and she's terrified, but like, she's good, obviously she's good and shit. Then he decides to record an album with her. And he raises the money and shit, and they go record an album, and he takes a photo of her with the backdrop is like the cover on the bed. Yeah. She's standing there in a dress, like with her hands on her knees, looking up to heaven and shit with a hat, looking all hazy and whatnot. And then they send it out to radio stations, and then, they start driving around the country promoting it to see if it plays. But it's a two-person operation. Loretta Lynn and their child rapist husband. How he's portrayed. This is how it starts turning around from in the movie. You ask, like, when do I start liking this guy? He starts, like, all of a sudden he sees what she can do. And
sees her talent, he supports.
He encourages and supports her talent. That's how I always viewed the movie. Then I watched it with Jen. Completely different. It was just a matter, I was like, oh, isn't that beautiful? He saw the talent, he nurtured it. And she was just like, fucking used her. He slapped her around, now he's using her. It's a meal ticket. He's riding her right to Nashville. She sounds Canadian when she gets back. And I never thought about it. It kind of is. Like, he's only interested in her when he's just like, I could do something with this singing child who I have sex with. Yeah, he can figure out a way to exploit.
So there is no good moment.
Actually, no, the more I think about it. She gets back at him, like, the more, like, you get to see the balance of power shift in the relationship, and she gets more smart.
More powerful.
More smart, listen to me. Why? She get more smart stuff. Then she starts putting on makeup, and that's a real big issue with him, because she, acted independent. She's her own person.
Gotcha.
She was a fucking kid when he married her. She's now in her, like, 20s, and she wants to, she's in a public eye, she wants to put on makeup, and he's like, make sure you're a whore, or shit like that. Things go south.
Always understanding, always there for her.
Yeah.
Old Doolittle.
Moody Lynn. Yeah, man, I guess he is kind of an anti-hero. Like, I'm as I see her talking about him, like, there's
trying to find the hero and anti-hero.
Yeah, there's nothing redeeming about this fucking Fred.
I haven't seen it. I saw it once a long time ago. So I'm basing all my opinion on your reenactment. All I can really think about is, does bologna make people horny?
I mean, I gotta go with, no, because isn't it like bologna is the lowest form of meat product? It's like head cheese plus.
Sure.
It's the idea of like all the shit that you were about
assholes
to throw out.
And elbows.
Yeah, assholes and elbows and shit, or fucking lips and ass.